5 seconds remaining. Dire Team's turn to ban. Radiant Team ban. Dire Team ban. Radiant Team's turn to ban. Dire Team's turn to pick. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Radiant Team's turn to pick. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Radiant Team's turn to pick.
Mars!
Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Dire Team's turn to pick.
Mereska has arrived.
Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Dire Team ban.
The sack!
Radiant Team's turn to ban. Dire Team's turn to ban. Ten seconds
There's a
remaining.
DC. Can we pause?
5 seconds remaining. Radiant Team ban. Dire Team's turn to ban. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Radiant Team's turn to ban. Radiant Team's turn to pick. Dire Team's turn to pick.
Disruptor!
Great, they're back. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Dire team's turn to pick.
Ripper.
10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Radiant team's turn to pick.
Points away.
Dire team ban.
Queen of Pain.
Radiant team ban. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Dire team ban. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Radiant team's turn to ban. Dire team's turn to pick. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Radiant team's turn to pick.
Tiny.
Cool.
Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
Faceless Void.
Choose your hero. 10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
You lose face and life.
Prepare for battle.
You lose face and just as I envisaged.
Service to imbalance. Rock'em soccer.
I was waiting there for him to say your name, then I realized, hang on, he put them both together.
That was good. Yeah, I got a little lost there as well.
I'm so happy we have this kind of panel though, because my Neanderthal brain, when I'm looking at drafts, you know, I would say 9 times out of 10 I prefer Infamous Draft. I like team fight. I like when people have big spells to cast. But it's great hearing, you know, Bowie and Winter talk about the nuance and the concept of the split pushing that SG can bring, and the ability to maybe, you know, drag the game out and find the openings they need. Are you really like leaning one way or the other? Are you a Neanderthal like me, or more refined to go with SG?
I definitely prefer the ease of Neanderthal.
Yeah,
I do think that fits well for Infamous. You know, I lived my life like that, and so I like to see it in others. So I think that simplicity, you know, keep it simple, stupid. But that being said, I really thought the Tiny Pick was very impressive, because I thought they were in a bit of a pinch. I'm looking at those heroes, and I'm like, I thought they were gonna pick Jug for a second. I like, you know, the panic Jug pick where you just know it's gonna go bad. But I think the Tiny's just a really good way to solve this problem. Just like, you know, you can enable yourself for pickoffs, the BKB timing.
No
you can get it on the earlier end, but if the game's going well, maybe you can still dodge it and play it. So yeah, I think they definitely have a good shot, but I really like that Boy brought up the Roche point at the end, because that's so important when you're trying to actually punish, like, moving your opponent around the map.
That's so good. And the fact that Lesh and Tiny are both constant sources of damage, right? They're not reliant on cooldowns. They're basically just reliant on HP and mana pools. So if they can tank up or get big mana pools in the Lesh rack, they can just keep pumping damage, especially with an IO behind them. And if one of them's dead, IO just, you know, tethers over to the other one.
Yeah, their longest cooldown is basically just going to be Rolling Thunder. That's like the only thing they care about when they go for their smokes and everything. Between that as well as relocate, I guess the two to watch for. So, that being said, yeah, I am favoring Infamous. I think their lineup just looks much easier to execute. I feel like you just need a couple good arenas early. Alone's gonna be looking for that classic rotation. Once you have the Sonic Wave, you can either be like aggressive and go on your own accord if you get a rune, or you can just play it a little bit passive if you think one of the other lanes is gonna be going for some plays. So like try and punish, like if the IO and the Tiny a little bit too far or something like.
Yeah, it's interesting the different mid-heroes doing different things like that, right? You think of the Invoker that we've seen from Mini on King of Kings. He's the one that plays actively and makes those rotations even without a rune. I guess Spirits are also the same story, whereas Leshrac and Queen of Pain much more reactive in how they want to get into the side lanes. Right now, Axel putting a bit of damage onto that Hoodwink bottom. We already saw a bit of a brawl up top, both side lanes just, you know, trading regen, trying to drag their wave closer to their tower. How important is this laning stage for SG? Because that's something that Winter also brought up, is they kind of need to get through the first 10 minutes of the game and not get steamrolled.
Yeah, I think keeping KXY alive, if good thing to consider. Like goals for Leshrac right now are like hope that Queen does a TP rotation as opposed to a like grab a haste rune, run top, kill them, and then TP back mid. You want some time alone so you can actually pressure the tower. So I think that would be like my hopes and dreams if I was a Leshrac this game. Try and get that tower down in the early end so that you can rotate and try and take their safe lane tower next to pair up this. Taking a lot of damage. That's good.
Great bushwhack, yeah. I mean, Lumiere with that stick though, and shared tangos across. He is going to be able to get through the bit of damage put to him by SG. Hoodwink wants that courier real bad though. Snipes it through the tree line.
That was no ward, right? You didn't have one back there?
Yeah, he just like cut a tree, saw that little glimpse of vision through there. Very nicely done.
Because you know the Disruptor probably wants a D ward too, right? Like I feel like you'll see the sentry down to that area trying to find that.
Yeah, like where is that vision? He's already got one over his small camp and getting that lane a little bit. I'm just thinking about that mid lane again. Also pretty difficult for SG to move in onto the Queen of Pain, right? You said you want the Queen of Pain to leave the lane because there's really no chance of a Hoodwink rotating to gank or an IO ganking. They have to play these lanes as they're set up. As Arms gets run at by the Mars. Thankfully has the overcharge from IO to keep him topped up.
Yeah, the only way you control Queen is by diving the Faceless Void hard enough that she feels like there is an opportunity and you manage to live, you know?
Yeah. Oh, we missed the swashbuckle bottom.
Dude, the
time dilation's on him as well. Lumiere's going for it if he gets a bash. Oh, the kinetic field doesn't keep that Hoodwink inside. And was he trying to line up the swashbuckle on both the heroes then and missed out the disruptor?
He was really close though.
Unfortunate. Still looking pretty good across all the lanes though. Everyone's farming. Oh, like look at those CS values. Like, okay, full support to the bottom, but everyone else is dead even. A bit of a go top. Shadow Realm. Michael safe. By his tier 1.
Get Excel in the inventory. Poor disruptor.
Oh dear. He has and smoke.
Oh, he's only
all arms.
Consumables.
And now the IO. Oh, it's so close. On the brink of death. What regen have they got left? They've got Headdress, Mango. No Tangos or Salve though, so it's down to that overcharge.
Tribute.
So I guess in this case right now, you look at Infamous and think, okay, they've won the regen battle. They now have Mars in a good position. Two pretty low heroes that, oh, good attempt with the God's Rebuke, but didn't quite push the Tiny into the brambles, and a pretty poor attempt at the spear. Yeah. I tried.
They will get the pull off here though as they drive them back, so that's great. Well, and bottom lane too. What's happening here? Oh, and I said that, and Michael actually they didn't get the pull.
Oh no.
No. Does that?
Oh no.
It was free.
Oops a daisy. And that's a dire wave pulled into the small camp, so what, a couple of creeps denied? They still
can't. Oh, bottom lane though, as here. They got Braun, and there it is.
There it is. Lumiere traded out.
Though they're onto arms too.
Diving that Tiny, overcharged with a tether, and the stick charges, keeping that Tiny up and running. And they do kill off Axel down bottom.
All right,
Pangolier with a double kill. No, it's fine.
Call to go top. That's on me.
I mean, Tiny's dying top. Oh, he does drop. You were right in the end. I mean, both side lanes, they were going at each other's throats. And we've got 2 for 2.
Who's happy this whole? I guess just the mid players, huh?
Pretty much.
Hanging out like dead allies means TPs to refill our bottles. It's 6 minutes coming up, so they're gonna drive that KXY. This isn't a kill. This is a getaway. I want that top rune.
Yeah, we'll D-ward.
Bottom.
We'll get some vision going. And blink in on the Hoodwink. What's LTH up to? He's trapped in the brambles now. They will stun up Michael's Dark Willow, but gets himself out of range of that Leshrac, who has the Invis rune bottled, as we saw. And that's 3 heroes from Infamous actually moving into the mid lane.
Yeah, Alone was thinking about dropping the Sonic Wave. I was like, nah, I think we got it. So able to save that and hold it for a kill after. It is one of the long cooldowns they have. They have quite a few.
How does Sonic Wave work against Pango ulti? I always forget this one. Does it stop it completely?
I think it I think they stopped that from happening, right? I'm
they
pretty
fixed
sure that
it.
doesn't
Okay.
happen to Pango anymore. And you're right.
Very
It
good.
used to be
It used
anything
to.
in force
Structures
movement.
are fortified.
I just had
I
that.
don't think it ends it now.
Yeah, I just had that brain moment where I'm like, wait, memory kicking in. Old man brain remembers something. But yeah, hopefully it was fixed.
Oh,
A bit of a breakdown.
Once for Pango. You could...
It wasn't fun to be a Pango. Just getting counterpicked by like 10 heroes.
That's why we're here, you know? We'll all just make sure together how the interaction goes.
Yeah, learning. This lane stage is broken down way faster than I'm used to. What, like 6 minutes in, we now have a 1v1 bot. There were 5 heroes mid lane. Someone's jungling. KXY is now jungling and moving up towards top. And they do get a stun onto the tiny top with the arena. Spear up against the side and arms down while Michael moves onto his secondary target, but KXY is here. Gives up on farming jungle, wants to take down the Willow. Tons of damage in an area through the Shadow Realm to claim the kill.
So I will say, I think this has been a pretty constant theme in a lot of the games I've been casting, at least, is this this early head mid for the position 4. I feel like a lot of teams are abusing stacking right now again.
Dire's middle tower
I mean,
isn't
because
going to
it's pretty
last
awesome when you
long.
get away with it and you see all these stacks. Yeah, taking a look. They're set up in here. They have a little bit of vision to help them defend it. And, I mean, they have a Lesh and a Tiny, but of course, with an IO, like, Leshrac can really get through this. So look at this efficiency. Oh, they're just going down onto the next camp. The smoke's coming.
They're in the jungle. They're on their way. Alone is there, blinking forward. KXY almost out of mana now, as Alone doesn't have too much in the way of backup.
Tower is under attack.
Close enough by, but they do arrive with Willow and Disruptor moving on to KXY. Verifies up, healed by the IO, the stun landing in. Good pushback back, and Sacred, he's joined in the battle, skirmishing away and finding 2 kills for Infamous. Tiny, where are you off to? Thinking about rejoining, even tossing forward. The hoodwink onto Michael. So 2 for 2 in the end. I mean, the Lesh is a big kill for them.
Yeah, that was all with no mana remaining on Alone, I guess. I actually still can't use that ulti. I might have had one more kill there, perhaps, but kind of okay in the end, I would say. Good excursion, disrupt some of the farm. Tiny will get it, but I think trying to boost your Leshrac as fast as possible is the goal right now. Try and get into that hood, so I'll consider that a win for Infamous. I think aggressive moves this early can be very dangerous, especially because I didn't see any ward up there. I don't think they had one. Pretty bold move to catch those stacks.
When did Lumiere use Chrono? He used it bot on the Pango, I guess, while that fight was all happening.
Curious.
Radiant's bottom tower's got problems.
But yeah, I was watching the Lesh's net worth. It went up to like 3.4, 3.5k almost, clearing a couple of stacks, then went down to 3.2 when he died. So he really didn't gain anything as they glimpsed Tiny. Trying to dodge the brambles, but he gets pushed into 2 of them. That Sonic wave, making sure they get the kill. And Pango is TP'd into the brambles. Does get himself out of the way as that Terrorize was on its way.
One's gonna get a rune though. I thought they were hunting.
And Pango rolling, Tumblr's toying over the cliffs, and away he goes into Alone. Blink on cooldown for 2 seconds, but where's the Pango's buddies? Lash and Io just too distant to make a go of this.
Tower is under attack.
They want the Mars instead. Terrorize is going to clear them up, and look at the Lash stunned on the tower. I don't know, they're trying to fight with the panel, so they should be split pushing. They're going to get both of them. Io Lash dead to Michael. Alone does drop over near the... I don't know.
After ulti. Yeah, well, the ulti's over. It's done. Bango didn't hit it enough.
Dire's top tower?
I just really wanted to get involved. They did kill the Queen of Pain in the end, but yeah, losing your Lash and the Io in this long drawn-out fight and giving Michael level 8 now on a position 4 gonna feel good for the Willow.
That is also a lot of space for Lumiere.
True.
Top tier 1 tower has a ward in behind, so feeling pretty safe. Farms a couple waves. Way back to the graveyard of the side shop, you know. Remembering better times.
Are those cracks in
He's one of the
Dire's
more
top
classic position 1 players I feel from South America as well, like full farm heavy. We saw what his Lunas, his PAs in previous seasons do exceptionally well, getting a lot of gold into his pockets. Right now, you know, sitting in 5th place on the net worth board, but a nice kill there. Hoodwink and Pango sniping Disruptor, but Disruptor's job to keep that Faceless Void alive.
Mission accomplished. Arms here going for the early Echo Saber on the Tiny. Nothing too surprising. Curious if he goes for the Blink. I feel like they kind of... I think maybe Blink BKB.
Yeah, get on the Void or the Quap.
Illusion.
I just think he doesn't get it. It's a rough start. Then again, actually, Hiko's is coming kind of early. 12 minutes. I feel like it's pretty good for a Pango. Like, who already has arcane boots as well. Well done.
Yeah, he's done very well for himself. And that's with the laning phase breaking down, right? Supports all went mid and then top. It was just Hiko versus Lumiere lane down bot. Hoodwink caught up in the Cursed Crown. Faceless Void. Gives her the time dilation and a little Shadow Realm to dodge away. Chrono even expended here. Lumiere desperate for kills.
Then we can meet face to face.
See if they can transfer this into a tier 1 tower, though. I feel like SG probably want to come up and defend it, knowing that Chrono's down.
Yeah, they're not committing a whole lot, though, are they? Like,
no, they're not pushing.
Is under attack.
Sacred's still just like hanging out mid, killing a wave. You got a lone down bottom, doing the thing. Just wants to get some items. And all right, well, rather than Blink, Arm's going for like the in-between item of the Shadow Blade. I kind of appreciate that with the fact that the Blink's coming so early for Pangolier. That's a nice middle ground to go.
Yeah, should be pretty good for him. Widge on that IO. Just moving through the jungle, sitting in behind the Lash. In fact, 3 heroes expecting Infamous to make a move in that mid lane. They are kind of ready for this.
I mean, it's a Mars. He's a Blink Dagger. It's like, hello. Like, they know this timing is there. They have their Blink Dagger. We all know what everyone wants to do right now. And we still don't have Chrono for a minute and a half. So the edge should be to SG in this moment. But Arena is amazing at this point in the game. Because you know there's not going to be any magic immunity. You're going to get a good angle with this Blink. People have low mobility. So you catch 3 or 4 heroes, they're going to be stuck.
Such a good read from Arms. Like in a pub game, he'd be spam pinged and flamed. You're full HP, full mana. Why are you walking back to base? But he realizes that something's not quite right. Nobody's top. His team smoked in there. Now they come back into mid, onto Lumiere. Static Storm's going to catch the Lash Track inside with the Brambles as well. But this Rolling Thunder disrupting the back end of the team fight while the Arena spears up the IO, catching out Widge. Axel does lose his life, so support for support at this point. But LTH slain by the Queen of Pain. And a good terrorize sends a Pango back. A pretty close fought battle.
They could have had Lumiere there for sure. They were just like a little bit slow in getting the follow-up stun, and that gave the window for Excel to land the stack sword. And now the worst possible scenario.
Oh, he's pushed back.
Dead Lash.
Straight into the Brambles. Completely isolated. And honestly, that fight, it was pretty even between the two of them. You know, team fight ulti's expended. A 400 gold swing doesn't feel, you know, tremendous at this point in the game. It's like 2 supports for 1 support. Then you lose your Lash, and it's just, wow, doesn't feel good. Hiko. He's got Glimpse. He's holding Glimpse. Oh, Sharpshooter lands into the back of the Void. He's baiting. He was baiting for Lumiere to come in and become dominating. Now Michael, he wants the poor little Hoodwink. I don't think they'll chase up to high ground though. Instead, aim for the IO. Tether up will get him out.
I mean, I guess you have your counterplay to the Glimpse, right? With the, do like the swash thing or whatever. So I guess that's his whole point of just like constantly. I still don't get why he chased that deep. I feel like that was just death.
Yeah, it's that desperate scrambling for, hey, our Lash just died. We need to do something.
Yeah.
Awkward though. And now we just have Mars sitting mid clearing waves. Lumiere continues free farming.
This is so. Why are they so grouped with Chrono? There's Arena. This is terrifying. Do they have a sentry down there? I don't even see one. There's one on the pillar. But hey, it's like there's a ward behind the tower. I feel like Infamous know about this.
Yep. There's double dire wards in triangle, so I guess they're going to come back for Lumiere when he dips into his high ground here. But it's already been scouted. Michael, right place, right time. Pango's in onto the Void. Lumiere. Time walks away from the bushwhack. And it is disengage and reset time for SG. They do not want to be fighting into this arena now that that Pango ult's been used up.
And they're getting de-warded there too. Oh man, that is so unfortunate. They had such good vision in that area from SG. able to capitalize. At the same time, at least
Dire's
Arms wasn't
top tower is under
wasting
attack.
any of his momentum in this game right now.
Looks like
Still
Dire
trying towards that
fortified their
BKB that the
structures.
panel point out would be needed on the early
Radiant's
end.
middle
So
tower could use
coming
some
directly
help.
after the Echo Saber. And honestly, I would have expected more kills of Infamous by now.
They just need to not lose this Lesh again, hey? IO, Lesh, glimpse back into the storm. KXY, he's tethered and healed, but the Chrono's there. Focus down which the IO's dropping so quickly. That Sonic Wave will secure alone a double kill.
Dire's middle tower isn't going to last long. Dire have
Toughy.
fortified their structures.
That's everything used, though. Like, they've got Mars Arena, and that's it. So,
Dire's middle tower
a window
is
maybe for
under
SG
attack.
when everyone's respawned to go and play some
Dire's
Dota
middle
2.
tower just went down.
Ever seen someone
I do
bleed
think they
out?
need the BKB. Like, no one's gonna want to go with the BKB on Tiny though, so he's gonna want to hang out. And then
You
Left's gonna
sound-
be like, guys, I don't have an item.
So unconvinced by my cheery optimism there. Pango, Pango's dead. Is Hoodwink also deceased? Yep.
Double kill.
Yep. Double kill for Alone. And this is where things completely start to snowball out of the hands of SG. Now it goes from, Panel was saying they need to split push and they need to, make the map work for them. It becomes 10 times harder.
Comes dip, duck, dive, dodge. That's the only thing you can do. You can't fight him straight on, that's for sure. You gotta find
The 5 rules of
initiation. Yeah.
5 rules of dodgeball. What was that? So there were 2 dodges, right? He's like dip.
Dodge, dip, duck, dive, and dodge.
Very good.
5 dodges. You can dodge a wrench, you can dodge a ball.
Oh jeez, I forgot that movie existed.
That movie, by the way.
I think so.
Boomers out there now.
Dear Lord. I mean, when
Look
did
back on the movies on the year of movies that impossible
Don't.
or whatever.
Don't. I can't, man. I was doing that the other day. We were looking at like, E.T. and the Lion King and Toy Story and stuff as sacred. Gets popped down by arms.
Well,
And just
big,
like
big stop. Let's go, SG.
a huge kill.
That's what you need.
But what's next? Move into mid?
More kills.
A kill into tier 1 maybe? They still have that observer ward behind the tier 1, off near the small
Look at
camp.
this play.
Radiant
Killing the
have
tower with the
fortified their
edict. They have the
structures.
reload save just in case. They're flaunting it.
Green lights are coming for Infamous though.
The green lights, yeah, pretty much.
Chrono
Not
15.
much good's happening
And that's
to
it, everything's
Radiant's
ready.
tower.
Oh, yeah, you're right. They are pushing tier 2 bottom. So tier 1 mid is sat at what? 185, just outside of deny range. And I think Alone there was ping. Yeah, he's pinging it, saying, "Hey guys, we defend this." So that's pretty smart, right? They go tier 2 bot, so there's no glyph.
Radiant's bottom tower has fallen.
Because if they took tier 1 mid, they probably wouldn't get that tier 2 bottom lane. Oh, Sacred. It's straight on top of them. Avalanche toss on the BKB from Tiny means no spear landing, and he walks straight through the arena. That Static Storm faces for its half HP. He's just being rolled on. The Thunder lands. He time walks it back, and Chrono's up 2. Gets on top of the IO. And a good Sonic Wave there to clear it up. Michael now has that Bedlam destroying Tiny. Armor matters not to the match damage of the Dark Willow, but KXY still has a decent amount of HP. No, he doesn't anymore. He's silenced up, he's now run out of mana, and he's probably wishing he hadn't joined this team fight. Pango is looking to zone them away, but he's been bashed up. Lumiere as Alone claims a triple kill, and Nico trapped on the high ground, hands over the Ultra.
I think after that Chrono, this was a TP out situation. And they went back in for the attempt and lost their Tiny and their Lesh because of it. They're looking so bright and shiny for a moment there, but they got their spells together, right?
Yeah.
That's just what you said. They're coming back up. They're going to have them. And I do think you need to play disrespectfully as SG right now. I think you need to just like pretend that you're better, even though you're not, because you have to outplay them in this moment. But you are fighting at a disadvantage, and I think I do like what Widge has been doing, by the way. Went for the 1 point in the overcharge, whereas, I feel like everyone hates Spirits now because it stinks, but because he's playing with a Lesh rack a lot this game, I think he's just like, well, Spirits are better than overcharge for this guy. So it's like a little rough for his Tiny, but at least he can solo farm when his cores are dead.
Yeah, it's true.
Right sign, right? That's what you want to hear. Well, at least
Yeah, your position 4 is leeching all the golden experience from the jungle.
Radiant's middle tower.
Arms is sticking around up top, half health.
This guy's a huge brain. I can't believe he held his BKB.
Where did Radiant's middle tower
Look
go?
at him.
They might have to use it now.
They want it so bad.
The roll,
Begging him, do it.
blink onto the Queen of Pain.
Oh, he didn't do it.
She gets out. They've got a Yule Scepter up here. Michael is looking for KXY and he fears the Tiny IO back. Meanwhile, Pango chasing Axel still. Michael down. Spear is there. Pango caught up in it. There's no alone. He hits this. A million miles away. Yeah, he's got the stun there for sure. So 2 support kills for SG. But the question always for me is, like, what do they do next? They can't really Roshan. They can't push tier 1 top. So it's 2 kills for the sake of 2 kills.
All right, drop a ward and hide on a high ground.
Good plan.
It's not much else you can do,
Tower
unfortunately.
is under attack.
Getting that outpost back would be nice. I would consider that a good goal.
The outpost?
Yeah, take that bottom outpost. Snag it back. Get some free XP. Deny it from your opponent. You can't fight them well. Steal their passive income.
Close to taking the occasion.
Their side hustle, as it were.
Doesn't the bottom one belong to Infamous?
Yeah, but SG can take it. They took the tier 2.
Okay. Oh, right. When you're saying getting it back, I'm like... it's like, who's stolen it from them? I see. Yeah, Neanderthal brain at work, like I said at the start of this game. Oh, Sacredton, he's got the... Oh, yeah, that's very true. Oh, shredded inside the brambles. And they've also got the hoodwink as well. And on the complete reversal of what I was saying earlier, with SG unable to really claim any objectives after a couple of support kills, Infamous straight into Roshan.
That'd be unfortunate.
Okay, they're coming.
We can do this. You definitely can.
Yep. Is Lex going to do what you said? He's going to go take the outpost? Come on, buddy. Pango's coming too.
You can see me right now play.
Middle tower shouldn't have
He doesn't have the confidence.
where he goes.
Yeah, it's a bit spooky. Even with Pango and Tiny nearby, they're not going for it.
And into something extra.
All right, now I like to say that Refresher is the most unexplored item in Dota, and that's quickly changing because everyone's buying Refresher. But Kiko, I don't know about that, bud.
The Pango's
That's a
buying
play.
Refresher?
They're
I
beating
mean,
on
that's actually
Dire's
so
top
sick with his
tower.
items, though. Like his chain stun will be
Radiant's bottom tower
legit.
is under attack.
If he can get
That's true.
Are those cracks in
chain stun will
Dire's
be
top
insane.
tower?
Between roll up, the Yule Scepter, double ulti.
And the blink just gets on top of that. I mean, we've seen them bring the Void down to like 30% HP with just, one roll.
Dire's structures are fortified.
Maybe that's what they need.
Really good because they don't have a way to stop him outside of Chrono, right?
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Well, other than, outright damage, I
Dire's
guess, which
top
they do have a
tower is
lot of.
Gone. Just a cold fog. Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Oh, outpost for outpost. And very quick TP's back. Arms has to be KB. Good spear from Sacred. Gonna isolate that left rack. Allow Lumiere to come in, but the Lone Thunder, that Sonic Wave from Alone. Pair it up with a Chrono. That's lights out for SG. 3 heroes dead. The full arsenal from Infamous just blasted all over them.
It's just so free. Like the tether comes through and you just, it lines up so perfectly for the Chrono. It makes it simple. Team fight on training wheels for Lumiere this game. He has had such a lovely game on Faces Void. When I see him, he's just farming free waves and then showing up the team fight where it's like a little clatter. The arena starts it, chaos begins here, and he just waltzes in. He's like, oh, look, a tether. I already jumped here. I got to roll it too. Cool.
Yeah, then Sonic Wave just like pushes even more people towards the Chrono. Like, here, have some more.
I feel like that Sonic Wave is what allowed the Chrono to get off at that exact timing because he pushed the ball just a little bit away. So he had the animation time for the Chrono. So well done by Alone. There's also 12, 1, and 8, by the way.
Hey, he's rolling.
Dire's bottom
Shiva's
tower
God coming up
shattered
next.
to little pieces.
Orchid BKB Quap. Scardy now delivered out to the Faceless Void. And a lot of work to do for SG. They have eyes on a target, though. Alone's Queen of Pain gets the BKB off in time. Oh, the tiny physical damage, though, is ripping through her. She pops the illusion and blinks away, barely escaping and then getting the kill with the help of Michael. In the back, we've got the left rack faced off with the Faceless Void and an arena in the middle onto the Tiny. Isolating arms as Hiko tries his best to allow the Tiny just to disengage and run away because it is scramble time. It is get the hell out of here time. Winch tethering up. forces out the Aegis, relocates that latch rack away. Hoodwink brought back, combo onto the face of Void. They put him down low enough and they get the kill.
The outplays? Big outplays?
I wasn't expecting that.
Dude, his life with no Chrono is just completely different. It's night and day. He gets to play his hero.
All the tips.
Now imagine if he had 2 of those ulti. Oh. Blown. Didn't get Yule's up there. Didn't have his BKB either. Man, he almost died.
That would have been incredibly scary.
Oh, that's no.
These big lines drawn. Take control of that bottom jungle. They do so much damage to these towers. Tier 2 gone thanks to Overcharge plus Tiny with his shard.
I'm going to point this out now, Gary, because I always forget when it happens. We need to keep an eye on this shard for Io. Okay?
Oh, the stun?
So we watch out for that. I feel like I get halfway through a game and I go, why did that guy get stunned? And I'm like, oh, right, he blinked into the tether. No one thinks about that right now. Anyway, not there now, but use your big brain to help my wee brain.
I'll
if we
try.
put our 2 wee brains together, we could be one
average.
Yeah.
One average caster.
We can get there if we work as a team. Like Io and Tiny.
Do you remember the, when was it? Like TI6, there was the little like cotton ball IO and the Tiny made out of paper, the video. Yeah. I remember watching that again recently. Tiny and IO on an adventure. So adorable.
Dire's middle tower isn't going to last long.
They all do.
I remember IO trying to steal last hits from Tiny and then he spam pings. But I can't remember how.
Oh yeah, that is it.
How it ended.
That's pretty dark. That's a little too real for me, you know?
Yeah. Way too real. But yeah, 3K net worth lead for Infamous.
Elemental Adventure? Is that what it is?
I think so. Something like that.
Important things happening. It's an important push. They're back looking at their gravestones, being like, yes, I remember this place. Why are all these trees down gone? Oh yeah, we all died here a second. We have the powerful green lights at the top of your screen.
We have ultimates
of big spells.
They've got lots of them.
Faces Void, the purple threat, and they're just hiding high ground.
With no BKB or anything, no Manta, no BKB, no Dispel or real safety item. So I guess if Lumiere gets gone on, things could be rough for them. The intention, though, for Infamous is going to be, we get the jump on you, though, I believe.
Need to pacify and punish the purple perpetrator.
That was powerful punnage, Trent.
Thank you. Well done.
I was gonna call you Prent there, but I just didn't think it would. I just didn't think it would fly.
Thank you, Garant.
Garant. Trareth. Alone. Yeah, burst through the hoodwink. Easy as you like. And Sacred, he's got a good spear here on KXY. There's a Yules and a bit of time being bought by the Lash. Still brambled up and rooted though, and KXY. Another kill. Another notch for Alone's Queen of Pain. Beyond godlike streak continues. 14, 1, and 9. Oh, whoa, did they have the IO as well? Yeah, Yules into spear, catching out Ridge. 3 in a row. Goes in trouble as well, hey. Silent, slow to the Shiva's Guard. 1 hit bash, 1 hit bash, 1 hit bash, 3 hit bash. Oh, okay.
Kinda wish he chronoed them.
Just a little bit, yeah.
Probably not tactically. And Excel has the build, by the way.
Dire's middle tower
This
isn't going
disruptor
to last
skill
long.
build. This is quality stuff. He just got the talent at 14. He's gone 4-4-4 with only a single point in the ulti. Guys, do this. This is smart.
Very nice.
All your other spells are better.
So much damage as well.
Yeah, the 1 point's cool. Just get the 1 point. It's fine.
Well, objective claiming time for Infamous. Tier 2 mid. Come back down bottom for the outpost. Yeah, you're right.
Oh, Mars is gonna show. Ideas he had.
And TP. And what's next? Did Infamous just go again in 30 seconds when Sonic Wave's back up?
Yeah,
Do SG have a plan to like go before then?
They just get Roche over the next 3 minutes. Timer soon, but that is definitely the plan. Best case scenario for SG is that the Chrono only kill like 2 and then Roche respawns right after.
Oh, Sacred finds one, immediately takes out a little hoodwink. And they cut the wave as well under their own observer board, so Lumiere very safe with the Mars nearby. Take the outpost yet again. And it looks like IO is going to relocate the Lesh down bottom, and the split push the panel we're talking about finally coming into action, just trying to drag your opponents elsewhere on the map. Oh, arms. Sacred knows he was there a second ago.
Good job. Finding farm in a game that is very difficult. Currently holding 2,500 gold as well, so... What to do as this tiny, though?
Yeah, like, do you go AC next, or what?
I guess, what's your win condition? The question. Is it a rat thing, or is it a, like, survive through big team fights and you, like, turn and get multiple plays off in a single...
When you have, like, a Satanic and heal up.
Keep ratting. Yeah. Oh, jeez.
Worthy tribute.
All the Agnes is done. Alright, okay, that's a problem.
Disruptor Ags is here. That is a huge problem, isn't it? A huge problem for every single hero on SG. It's like no Yules.
I'm gonna have my BKB soon. Awesome.
Good luck with that, buddy. Especially with the amount of circles that the Radiant have. Michael, can he shatter realm? No, he absolutely cannot. Arms pops his BKB and crits him twice.
All right.
Sacred.
There, he's almost got his refresher. Don't die, everyone. Wait for the Pango refresher fight. Retreat.
They're trying really hard not to die, Trent, but someone might die.
No, run away. Do not engage.
The two-man Chrono's there from Lumiere. Someone's gonna die. IO the target of choice for him. Arms, he's there looking for a lone Queen of Pain, but now speared and silenced against the arena. Sacred focusing in on him, and that Sonic Wave will definitely help. And the jump back in, Lumiere trying to aim towards the Lash as we get a pause as IO buys back, and it looks like IO might have disconnected because he's kind of AFK.
I'll always remember how foolish you were.
Fortunate. Oh, he was so close to his... Probably the play. Yes, this is very unfortunate. I am not sure what... yeah.
Is that your...
Good call.
Your word of the day? Unfortunate in this series.
Yes. That is my word of the day. It is unfortunate. Unfortunately, Tiny went on that Queen of Pain. I'm not sure what the play was. I guess he was hoping that Alone just wasn't paying attention for a second.
They were all...
Before the BKB came out.
Eyes glued on the Lesh rack, and then like, oh, I'm gonna get him. They still have static.
Really close. My brother, why he tips him. Alone has been quite comical today, guys.
What was he posting earlier?
He linked a YouTube video of an ancient meme. I did tweet it, as I believe he wanted you all to see it, and all I can tell is that it was some sort of a pen, pineapple, apple pen. An apple and a pen and some guy dancing.
You'd seen it before, right?
It. I'd never seen it before. No.
You'd never seen it. Okay, it was.
No, I don't remember this.
I think it was pretty big in like Southeast Asia. Like it was a big Facebook meme. I don't think it was necessarily like a
million views. So
yeah,
it was definitely big.
It was huge. I don't think it really had like a meaning. It was just
400.
Kind of like that baby shark do. It's just kind of catchy and dank, you know. Lumiere. Lumiere's in again. Die back IO. Alone keeps the streak going, and they jump in, looking for any bonus kills. Hiko now down. Hello grabbing a double kill, and a glimpse back on the Lash drags him into the waiting arms of Sacred Mars. Bedlam's there as Lumiere clears up the hoodwink, and everybody's gonna die. Tiny buys back and gets nothing done.
I miss 1 minute ago when we were gonna dodge fights, so Pango got refreshed. I wanted to see that.
Dire's bottom
now
tower
Pango,
needs some help.
You know what is really good versus a refresher is this thing's pretty good. 2 lives. He needs 2 ultis to kill 1 life.
Attack.
Just have to get a refresher for his refresher. And this time walk, reverse time walk is so fun.
it's a quality meme. I will give it that.
Dire's middle
It's got a lot
tower
of
is falling.
swag potential, a lot of good taunt
Dyer's middle
potential.
barracks are under attack.
Especially with the actual
Dyer's
Aghanim
middle
Scepter
barracks are
upgrade.
falling.
Oh, I mean,
Like,
you're
maybe
just
hold on.
You know, jump in, time walk everybody, jump back out again. What you gonna do? Can't touch the
Dyer's
time
top
walker.
tower has fallen.
All right, Hiko, sell your
Radiant's
items.
top tower deserves just as much help as
I mean, a
bottom.
refresher. That's the one. Do not get negatives.
Dyer's top
What does he
barracks have
sell
fallen.
though? Energy booster from Arcanes?
Honestly,
Quelling?
I would if it wasn't for the fact that he'll get double, so I don't want him to.
He needs the double Arcanes.
I want the value mana, even though he doesn't really need it, but the value. Okay, he's gonna get there. He's gonna farm it up. They're gonna take the time. Unfortunately, this is free Roche for Infamous right now. The shard will be complete and gifted to. It's probably Queen, huh?
Probably.
I trust there
Pretty
was a
good
good
one.
reason.
She's got double silence now.
Disruptors ain't bad, you know. Put it on the Faceless Void, jumps into the Chrono. Shovey? Yeah. Oh, Hiko. Yeah, Rick. Roll up. And Rolling Thunder. So that's one ulti used up. He can sell. Well, can he sell Quelling and buy Refresher now, or does he care buyback? Because he has buyback along with Hoodwink.
Ah, no cares buyback.
Ooh. Hoodwink. The trees offer no safety against this Queen of Pain. Shiver's Guard giving that vision they needed.
Yeah, they have so much good vision for a Hoodwink this game too. We just throw it now into the guard. Willow has got some stuff too. Mars, of course, can just like kill all the trees. It's hard to be the sneaky Hoodwink. But
Oh, the IO mid. Oh no.
Killing spree.
Oh no, he's come back.
Owning it.
And there's just a Void and a Mars waiting for him in his base. Top lane of barracks. Ranged one still standing, but not for long. Where's that? Down bottom?
hitting him
Top
again.
barracks have fallen.
Interesting.
Like,
Look at that.
Yeah, well, look at that.
Someone better help Dyer's
all right,
middle
look
tower.
at that courier. It's home. It's home. There. The refresher is complete.
Hell yeah.
All right.
What?
So,
Just watch him like try and Rolling Thunder, get Static Stormed and die.
no. Gary.
It's gonna happen.
No.
Dyer's bottom
Be like
tower
that.
needs some help.
I am watching Axel because he has a blink dagger coming to him now.
Oh, this is such a good
Dyer's
build. And he has the
bottom tower is
telescope too.
fallen.
Dude, he can be so far away. Stuff.
Dyer's bottom
superb.
tower is being chipped away.
Well, Lumiere and
guys.
Sacred up to high ground.
Only 22k lead.
Who's coming in behind? The Dire scans someone.
Right,
Hoodwink and
hold on,
Lesher
one.
here. They see Disruptor. Disruptor's a big kill. They can blow him up as well. Down we go. Axel's gone. Now it's a really spread fight. Widge down to Lumiere. They get the kill on him and a great arena spear, but the refresher. Oh, the Pango is coming back in for round two. The trouble being Lumiere is an absolute monster and the Pango can't stick on to anyone. Tiny hasn't really joined the fight until now either. He'll aim for Michael, get a couple of taps in, but the Eon Disc is there, allowing for this Chrono to come in. And Lumiere will just pound and pummel with a two-man spear. Sacred sets it up to blow up this Tiny and Pango quite easily. And Alone, what's his score now? 21 and 16. Monstrous stuff from Alone. 48 to 18, 39-minute game. A pretty one-way street from what, 15 minutes onwards or so. Team fight ulti power.
Yes, the only reason this game lasted so long was pretty much just mistakes by some of the fights they took, where they put themselves on the map, and ultimates, and also like sure there are mistakes and stuff, but Dota obviously is mostly a game. Capitalizing things, and SG I think showed some promise in that regard. There were some rough-looking fights that they managed to turn into victories despite being at quite the distance. But
I'm fine with waiting and all, but let's go!
Nossa,
Radiant
sábado na
team
TV.
ban. Dire team's turn to ban. Radiant team's turn to ban. Dire team's turn to ban. Radiant team's turn to pick. Dire team's turn to pick.
Mars!
10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Dire team's turn to pick.
Behold the horn of Magnus.
Mereska has arrived.
Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
Sábado na TV. Uhum.
Radiant team ban.
Não, pode falar equipes boas, ó, Duda.
Dire team ban. 10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
Nojo.
Radiant team ban.
Muito.
Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Dire team ban.
Salve, War, salve família, bora de hoje número 2. Vamos ver se tem uma reação desse jogo. Eles só vão tomar um 2-0 da Infamous. Que é o esperado, mas eu vou contra os números, né? Eu quero confiar na magia. Perfeito, perfeito. Perfeito. Dedê, que como mosquitinho.
10 seconds remaining. Radiant team's turn to ban. Ten seconds remaining.
Muito bem.
5 seconds remaining. Dire team's turn to ban. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds left. Don't freeze up. Dire team's turn to pick. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Radiant team's turn to pick.
Admiral Konka.
Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Radiant team's turn to pick.
Lion.
Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Dire team's turn to pick.
Ogre Magi.
10 seconds remaining. Turn to ban.
Silencer.
Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Dire team ban. Ten seconds left. Decided? 5 seconds remaining. Radiant team ban. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Dire team's turn to ban. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Radiant team's turn to pick. Dire team's turn to pick.
Terror Blade.
Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
Drow Ranger.
Choose your hero.
I don't think it would be that weird. You know, we tried it out for TI finals. We had, you know, Gabe and Trent coming in for that. It was pretty good. But yeah, here we are. Better draft, the panel saying, for SG. Tons more team fight for them. I did double check. Game 1 was Peru, Game 2 Brazil. So maybe that's also something they lean into. You know, Game 1 they don't want to do team fight ultis because a bit of delay, bit of ping. So Game 2 they're going to come out full strength. What do you feel about the Drow Ranger last pick, though?
Please.
Yes.
I'm ready now. We have the we have a game as well. Take us in because they're getting to the river here with great haste.
They might see each other in a sec.
No one's gonna die.
Trent, that observer ward is dying.
Yeah, that's true. I quite like the SG draft. I think that the big telling factor to me will be how much burst they can accomplish during the global.
30 seconds to battle.
The sort of team positioning is when it pops. Particularly, I feel like there's a lot of pressure on Hiko and LTH. You have the Bedlam burst, and you have just like setting up for RP, which of course leads into like, you know, even if global ends, grouped up for the takedown. And that burst, I feel like it mostly comes from those two, and then just hoping you can protect arms.
Yeah.
Slay away.
So it's like covering arms with what, like boat, with the global in the RP, you're saying?
Let's get moving!
Make sure the Drow Ranger is able to keep the range and do damage into the TB. As that's the job she was picked to fill. Right-click Terrorblade.
Fortunately, the panel pointed out, there's a Mars. And unfortunately, it's getting...
and a Void Spirit, unfortunately.
Yeah, they just kind of zip in, right? Void, well, quite literally, he just zips in. He dashes through, he sees... and then that's going to open up all these other avenues. Incursions upon the Drow, so...
Now...
spooky stuff here for a Drow player.
Does dewarding that ward give away your ward? Because I feel like the only way you see the Dire ward there is if there's a Radiant one to spot you placing it.
Better look next time.
Probably. I don't know if it's worth it, risking it.
Like leaving the lane and moving over there and giving up time and space.
It's also a lot of early investment in the gold, but if you hit it, of course, you get some gold back.
Yeah. I'll see what Dark Willow does. Just leave it.
So satisfying if you hit it, though.
You're in two minds here. Do it, but don't do it. I keep flicking my camera up the top to see how Drow's doing, and every time I look there's like God's Rebuke and an Earth Spike and stuns being chucked at her. Silencers having a few struggles as well, being disabled up.
Yeah, there's a silencer. I feel like I have not seen this hero very much at all across the DPC. I don't going to TI. Remember all the calls, the panic. Nerf silencer, quick! Hurry! It was broken hero ever, and then I think he did get a tweak before TI, but we still just the hero was not relevant at all. Silencer really waiting to find a place in Pro Dota lately.
It felt like he was a frustrating hero to play against, but not like a game-winning hero.
Yes.
Especially when his lane doesn't go particularly well. But top Earth Spike into Spear, God's Rebuke, and the clicks from Michael will get them first blood on the Drow. Winter, spot on as usual, calling that Drow probably going to die a few times in this lane. Already showing why.
Looks like this is the 7th silencer pick across the entire DPC. Upper, lower division, all regions. Not very popular. That just now puts him above Pudge by 1 game. If you want that as a metric there, guys.
I was like, Pudge looked like he was going to be super popular, right? Like the first, I don't know, 5 games, we saw him like 2 or 3 times, kind of like Zai was playing him a bunch.
Yep.
I don't know. No longer. Oh, Terrorblade. Oh, the stick charges. 130 HP.
Would you like to hazard a guess at who is the most picked hero with a whopping 16-game lead over the next high?
Is it Mars?
Mars is second. Close. Close.
I don't know who.
You know, they're a good friend of Mars. They like hanging out together on the lane.
Nice.
Who is it, Trent?
It's Snapfire.
It's no small
99
thing.
picks. One more for the good 100 picks across the DP.
99 already.
Not too hot though. 42.42% win rate. So.
Of course.
Oh, Drow.
Snap rules though.
Oh, again. The value point in Gust, not so valuable now for Arms. 2 deaths. We should have asked Winter what his number was. Bottom lane, Dark Willow. No, she's fine. Ogre might not be fine though. Oh yeah, we should have asked Winter how. Like he said, Drow's going to die a few times. We should have got, you know, a 3, a 4, a 7.
Sacred killed him and he was like, I don't even need a full connection.
Kill you anyway. This is just a situation where Silencer is unable to do anything, right? He can't stand against the Lion. He can't help the Drow. At what point do you just ditch and say, Drow goes bot and we'll put our Magnus top? Is that something they should have done to begin with?
I don't know, because at first I can see the logic of like, well, maybe we can just push through it. Like, we have the damage from the silencer and Drow can, you know, if you get the lead in the lane, you can see how this could work out.
Yeah.
But obviously, yeah, we've now reached the point where it's clear that's not going to happen. So I think she TVs up here one more time and they try it out and then make the tough call. But yeah, even this, like Michael trading with Widge, it's not looking good. Oh, he's gonna get the body block too?
Yeah.
I'm gonna commit. Easy.
Stops the pulls from happening. There's a decent wave coming in towards Sacred's Mars as well. Well, how's
the bulwark? Or no, at 4. No, okay. That was my question. If he goes 2 spear or bulwark.
Just go damage,
Not
mate.
in the lane.
Just kill Silencer like that.
What do you know? Science is nice.
Imagine a core player coming to help you guys. Can you imagine?
Never seen that
guy
before.
just last hits for that.
What a player. Well, top lane. We'll look away from that disaster now. Not going too great for SG. Mid is looking pretty even between the Void Spirit and the Kunkka. 2 melee heroes just trading. Really, it's down to, you know, level 6, level 7. Action rune if they move. So bottom lane, I guess, is going to be our focus, so we don't have to look at the travesty of Drow Ranger. And Terrorblade, 25 and 2. Magnus out farming him though.
Yeah, with the headdress there, they're up to 7.4 HP regen on the Mag and 5.1 on the Willow. So trying to match what Ogre can do. He's out regenning an Ogre. That's a nice build.
Oh, and here comes the Kunkka. First rotation pretty early. Like, yes, he's cracked level 6. He'll throw the X-Boat, times it with a drag back, kills Lumiere, a much needed maneuver from KXY.
What's so good about that play is that you don't have the punish. Like last game, you have like the left trap, for example, opposite between a pain, and you have to worry about something. I mean, in this case, it's a Void Spirit. You know, he's gonna be back in time to catch all these creeps and miss pretty much nothing. And also, trying to get a kill with level 6 against the Void Spirit. Sure, it would be great if you solo killed the enemy mid. That's so much less likely. Yeah. Like, go get the free kill bottom.
It's pretty much impossible mid.
Dire Snow fortified.
Where's the rune spawn though? That's the next question.
Split thing so we can get over in time and then come back for the 6. Oh,
And the rune spawns bot. Yep.
Dire's courier got
Some things in
killed.
life are just never
Those
fair for the mid
Dire's
player, you
middle
know?
tower is under attack.
Yeah, it was well played by the Kunkka, sets himself up for success. But now a smoke from the Lion and a Void Spirit spots the silencer. And then we go with a chain stuns, which completely caught out in no man's land. Drow Ranger now hiding under tier 1, sat at level 5. Things not looking so pretty for SG in that top half of the map.
Oh, and I love this. Mike's getting the ward down early in that jungle, right? Because you know where Drow's gonna go. He also offsets it a little bit above that that outpost up top because slightly less likely to be dewarded right there, and they just want to get some eyes on when Drow inevitably retreats back here.
Yeah, I love. Oh, skewer into the brambles. Lumiere still level 5, so no Sunder for him, but he cuts himself through the trees. Eco and LTH unable to capitalize. I do like these kind of outpost wards, whether it's your outpost or enemy, just like in that vicinity are way less likely to be dewarded, right? Because that spot, you have the high ground to the right, you have that left hand side kind of ramp, the staircase that's very often warded. And even the ramp further south as well. Looks like Radiant scan clips KXY, so they know that Kunkka is moving somewhere. They see him with a TB illusion. And Lumiere moves into the forest.
He is in vision. They see the illusion there. So they're going to know that he's over jungle. He could die here if KXY went for a long range kill.
Axel's baiting for the Void Spirit to jump in. Ogre tanks a couple of spells alone. Gets on top of the Dark Willow, but now Skewer's back. RP's ready. Hiko throws it at him. Wind dead on the other side of the map, but they want this Void Spirit real bad. Good chaining of spells there between the Mag and the Kunkka. Get a much bigger kill for SG.
Wiz just continuing to contribute to the team by being the chum, churning it up top there.
At least he doesn't give away intelligence when he dies.
Yeah, I had that thought earlier. I was like, something with silencer. Like, what if you could give back the intelligence, but you get double value out of the?
They're beating on Dire's top tower.
Well, it's not like that, unfortunately.
Got problems.
I guess that's another question we should pose the panel. How much intelligence will Silencer end the game with? Just stay at zip, never gets involved. I meant bonus, the stolen stuff.
Yeah, see, my joke is that he's never gonna get any. That's why I said I'll just look at his stat game. Luckily, all jokes are much funnier when they're explained.
When you explain it, yeah. Well, sometimes you have to explain it to Neanderthal brains like me. You know? That's a quick callback to game 1.
For my chest.
And that tier 1 tower top is already dead. 9 minutes in, they've got control. Drought. And now down to the bottom jungle, as of course they've used that catapult wave to clear a tier 1 of their own. And it's not looking too bad for SG. I thought this would be much rougher going through the laning stage than it has been. Now, Kunkka's rotations have been spot on.
I really like the fact that SG are going to play here in the Brady jungle as scouts out for the team once more.
-2. Kunkka still wants his ogre though. Pops a pretty hefty one. Boat comes in, but the 2-man stun. Lion. Great Earth Spike as it's Drow multi-shot. There's a little bit of damage for KXY. A little bit stuck here. Gets the ogre kill, but Sacred's dying. The Magnus and the Dark Willow take down the Mars. So 2 kills there. Nothing handed over in return.
You'll have to do better than that.
I guess they got the silencer. That's it.
Yeah, it's like game 1 again, where they're taking fights that you're just like, why are you fighting this?
It looks like Dire
Like, I feel like they knew that a lot of them were still here, and you got the free kill on the silencer, and they continue to engage. They have a ward up on the high ground. It's still there, right by Hiko of it. So, like, they saw this. And the reason why SG are playing in this area, and what's so good about it, is that it's going to allow Drow to rotate back through and farm up onto those ancients as well. Where KXY is, and still farm up the whole jungle while feeling safe. And if they want to come in and fight you, that's great news for SG. I think they're very happy with that.
Yeah, keep coming at us. Hiko gets a skewer in onto that Void Spirit. He's stunned. He's done. Low and down to the Bedlam RP. They'll get that ogre as well. Axel feeds himself away. Another 2-man stun, but that team fight's over. Arms comes out with a double kill after looking like he's having a torrid early game. Suddenly recovered.
I believe there was some sort of a toxic spill in the top lane and in the Dire jungle because no one wants to be there. It must be contaminated or something because
Radiant structures have been
Infamous
snow
just
fortified.
are refusing to go and utilize that space. They're instead just ramming themselves in here. And again, great plays by SG as well. It's not like these kills are free or anything, but it feels like Infamous are just making this much harder than it needs to be. Well, you've got to live this shortly.
Where did Radiant's middle
That's a
tower
nice tier 1 for them as well. So SG now have a lot of room on this map. They've seen Sacred moving back through his jungle. He's got Arena, but he really wants to farm that Blink Dagger right now.
Fortified their structures.
I'll tell you what I really want, Gary.
What's that?
Game 3. I think SG are kind of turning it up here. You know, they look a lot better. I think they found good fights when they were down a lot. Game 1. I think if they can kind of channel energy into game 2 here, things could look nice. Oh, he tries to go for the saving smoke. Doesn't hit. Smoke could also, okay, exploit to re-goose in here if they want to bait the bag, but they're just going to head on out. Maybe someone will go top.
It's like hunt the TB right now for Kunkka and Willow. This Dire Observer Ward mid Radiant side. Oh, they've got a catch. Alone dissimulates. Half HP with a couple of Astral Steps there, so he's fine. But the amount of value this Dire Ward on the Radiant side mid lane has got so far has been tremendous. I've seen everything coming.
Are those cracks in
Now
Dire's
a
top
DD
tower?
rune for Kunkka. A minute until boat's back up, so not going to be looking for any fights right now. Need to give this Drow Ranger.
It has the Blink Dagger too as well. I think that they are set to go.
Do they want to play with the TB, or is like a TB just using meta to farm ancients at this point? Yeah, tells the team go.
I like the idea of like baiting. Like play around the TV and try and find a fight near tier 2 so you can actually utilize TV to like maybe tower a bit. I guess the problem is that they need to find one of those before there's a blink on Magnus. It's gonna be very hard. Michael's trying to prep for this with a vision. Oh, good hide in the trees up top here as well. You're gonna see LTH come through.
Oh, hello, Willow.
Great.
Finger of Death and the spear. One stack on the finger kills for Lion.
Great setup. Support sort of pincering there onto the Dark Willow. Oh, if they actually tucked underneath there and caught the Dark, yeah, terribly, that would be so bad. He was loading the
Cracks in Dire's top
Well, that's
tower.
Ancients. The Lion instead.
Yeah, they immediately smoke out of their ancients after Drow cleared them. Catch the Lion on the way back. And you're right, Terrorblade, you know, into Fountain. Cleared out his triangle, doesn't want to stick around.
They're beating on Dire's top
Still
tower.
waiting.
Veil on an Ogre, huh?
Yeah, I feel like we've been seeing this on like position 5s more and more often. I think Treant is the other one that comes to mind, where we're just seeing like Treant by Veil. Like, cool, I have a Bassi, I'm gonna turn it into something, because it's not that expensive, right?
No, for sure. It's got a lot of good build-ups too. I mean, it's awesome with a Void Spear when he gets the eggs too. There's a ton of value there. Plus, you're an Ogre, so like your items... Medallion feels kind of awkward on the hero unless you like really
Dire's top
want to.
tower is under attack.
Force Staff is hard to afford.
And it's like, with Veil, you're like, I'm an Ogre position 5 and I can clear a creep wave.
True.
I can go
Beating on
Veil
Dire's
Ignite.
top tower.
Creep wave dies.
Yeah, they're gonna lose a Rax pretty early this game, so he'll have that.
Roshan. Half HP, and I don't think Infamous has an inkling that this is happening. They're just killing Roshan here with no contest. Yeah, Alone's out of mana top. Sacred is top tier 1, just sitting there waiting.
Roshan's down.
And there's Aegis for arms.
Dire's bottom tower is being chipped away.
All right. SG, this is your chance to cement control of this game. Now, how
Dire's
do you
bottom
do this
tower needs some help.
Price.
the question.
Dire
I
have
highly doubt they find
fortified
Wage.
their
I feel like Wage is like died enough this game, and it's just gonna be way back. So I'm just gonna
Dire's
assume
bottom
there's a
tower
global
is
for the
under
next team.
attack.
So then I'm gonna move on to probably the Mag, I guess. Do they have the vision to stop Mag from initiating on them? Do you think, or do you think he's just gonna get a good jump?
I think he's going to get a good jump. And
Radiant's middle tower.
honestly, I
could
think
use some help.
Silencer might have, had a bit too much of a taste of success. He's got 6 permanent stolen intelligence right now. He's going to be looking for more.
Radiant's middle tower
A
is
bit of
under
wave cutting
attack.
from Alone and Sacred. Brambles. Ooh, the Void Spirit.
Dire's bottom tower
He's
is
got
being
spells
chipped
to
away.
disengage though, and they'll turn onto Sacred, but they miss the Terrorize. pretty close into the trees, yeah. They even place a high ground kind of tinker ward
Dire's bottom
to
tower
try and
needs
see them.
help.
While that was all happening, like Lumiere clears bot wave, farms the jungle.
Once he's stolen 6, this is like, you're smart enough to take the IQ test, but still dumb enough to pay for it.
Still dumb enough to believe in it.
Yeah, he's going on that online course. He's like, yeah, I am smart. Yeah. Oh, $15 to see my results? Yeah. Yeah, oh, top 10%? That's me.
He's going to go buy the new Jordan Peterson book.
Big brain.
You'll have to do better than that.
0 IQ.
Radiant's top tower.
Let's take control of Radiant Triangle. Got some real good vision all the way around that top rune spot. And they're kind of just waiting for Infamous to make a move, because you've got to know that Alone is itching to get in on top of people.
He's just, we're trading places from last game, right? He's cutting top. They don't want to fight. There's not really much point fighting into this Aegis. I think they see some of these big spells and don't really want to be a part of it.
Dire's
And
courier
they're hoping
has
to get
been
TV.
killed.
Scotty would be huge. That would be so excellent with TV. Just get a little bit more help.
That's worth it. That's worth it. That's Drow's BKB down for 2 minutes.
That's what I mean. Yeah, that's very not good for
Dire's
draft.
bottom tower is Radiant's top tower has looked
Super
better.
value.
Dire's
By the
courier
ogre.
has been killed. What did that
I'm always
courier
curious
ever do
when.
He might get Hunter's courier here too.
Oh, is he?
He does have a ward. He just doesn't want to go for it.
Okay. I'm always curious when this kind of decision is made. You know, we've seen Echo Sabers and Dragon Lancers get disassembled into BKB quite often, but the Drow Ranger here opted to buy an extra Ogre Axe, right? So what's the decision there? Is that I have enough gold to buy a full BKB, I guess? I didn't need it a couple of minutes earlier?
Yeah, exactly. I think that the value from Dragonlance is just... I would just be keeping it. I don't even want to disassemble it for that one item. I feel like it's so worth.
Okay. Oh, yeah. Scary times. They see the Ogre instead, though. Axel, yet again, gives his life up to bodyguard the Terrorblade.
Dire's bottom tower needs some help.
A little bit of item swapping by Lumiere. Pops out a couple of mangoes after swapping his stats items into his backpack.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack. Radiant's middle tower is under
It doesn't
attack.
smell of desperation for Infamous, though. Even though I can feel this tidal wave coming from SG, you know, Aegis on Drow, they're pushing forward. They are playing their game very well. But like, that's the thing, right? Infamous are doing stuff on the map. They're not getting steamrolled.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
No, they're doing what SG tried to do last game, but better. He's got so many free lanes, or free waves up top as alone. And this tower is just taking
They're
so
beating
much
on
free
Dire's
damage.
top tower. Dire's courier has been
And another
killed.
courier.
And he got another
That's
courier. Are you
animal
serious?
cruelty in my book.
He's going to buy another Yules as well, apparently. He's got Yules queued up after already having one. Curious to see if he goes for that Aghanim Scepter as he'll jump onto Widge's Silencer. Very quickly dispatches with him.
They're getting hammered
Torrent.
during this Aegis. I mean, they got some towers, which is nice and everything, but you're not supposed to really be losing much when you're walking around the map as Aegis, especially when you're holding things like Blink RP.
Yeah. It feels like you're meant to go from like the 3k lead they've had a while now up to like, you know, 5 or 6k, right? They're meant to get a 3k advantage further, but it's been kept dead even. Oh, Drow, how long's that Aegis? 20 seconds on Aegis. She's just gonna die straight up here. They're global. Arms turns around. There's no one else here. It's just Ogre and Lion going on a Drow Ranger, and one of them dies. Global force down?
Well, yeah, I'm totally fine with that as Ogre, I think. Like, as you said, the Aegis is expiring, so now this means that no Aegis, no global. This is a great opportunity for them to finally start out some of these items that they've been holding on to. Alone will be the one to make that decision, I'm sure, as he's also close to the Aghanim Scepter, which is a pretty massive jump up in terms of damage output for a Void Spirit. So I'd understand if he wants to hesitate a bit, because there's still some pretty scary stuff.
I mean, what is it? In 2 minutes' time, we're going to have Aghanim's Void Spirit plus Skadi on TB. So we're going to have some huge items coming out for Infamous. And I guess Sacred, well, he's already got BKB done, so that's already checkbox ticked. SG. We'll see what he does now, though, with a finger of death. The Lion Arms is close to death, but not quite. They've got the big RP. In we go with the Gold Rebuke, and the BKB from Drow saves it from the arena, but 3 heroes obliterated by SG. The safety net was there for Drow. Arms surrounded by his buddies.
Dire's bottom tower
Very
is
well
under
guarded by
attack.
Hiko.
Top tower has fallen.
Well, so aside from that, alone
You cursed him.
Radiant's
extremely
top
well.
tower is under attack.
Like,
Dire's bottom
it's
tower
very
is
hard to keep a game
triple
going.
blade.
Like we saw SG fail to try and delay, like the way that.
Radiant's top tower
And,
has looked
number one, they have a Terror Blade, so he can basically
Dire's
control like
bottom tower
jungle
is under
plus
attack.
one,
Radiant's
or
top
even
tower
just
has
two
fallen.
lanes by himself. But then the way alone is able to like control the couriers, catch all those waves up top. It did so much work for
Dire's
Infamous, but
bottom tower
unfortunately,
needs some
you're still in a
help.
losing position, which means when you make that mistake and you get the big
Radiant's
punish
top
there,
barracks
he goes
have
so
fallen.
patient with
Dire's
his
bottom
RP, by the way, as
tower
well.
always did get short
I've been waiting
shrift.
for this for a long time. And as you pointed out, that is the saving grace that gives them that tier 2 as well as a high ground. Only the range your tracks left.
Ah, great melee ranks take. Infamous, now we start to get that whiff of
Dire's
desperation
bottom
about them. They
tower
need
is
to make
under
something
attack.
happen. Smoking out of their base.
KB's back on
Yes.
first.
Time to clap back.
Dire's bottom tower
Who's
needs
this?
some
It's
help.
Kunkka. Smoke
One
broken.
more kill gets mags.
DD rune. Dark Willow takes the DD rune. The global's there as well. So Mars has the BKB. Spear launch, but KXY hands the BKB of his own. Affliction stuns up the silencer, but Drow Ranger's going wild on the Lion. Now the arena comes. They blow through Hiko's Magnus. Terror Blade, he's tried his hardest. Lumiere, they slow him down with a Skadi, and LTH close to death, but Hiko's there with the mech. Now the shockwave back in, waiting to try and skewer through the X mark of the Brambles, and alone is caught up. Another spear. Sacred's back in on the Drow Ranger, but arms healed up until the death comes. Lumiere sunders back onto the Magnus and the Hex. They've got to catch onto the Kunkka. Oh, that Fire Blast stuns him and KXY down. Lumiere shows his face after farming for 23 minutes. He's going to try and grab himself a triple here thanks to Michael with a blitz stun. Impales LTH. Bedlam spent. Always into melee form. The Shadow Realm TP successful to escape from the danger.
The dregs of Infamous cleaning up that fight. That was terrifying. And then TV just turned it on. I really like the way that Sacred set that all up, though. Like, the arena was essentially, like, trapping an SG, and then he just left. He's like, I don't want to be in here with this Drow, right? TV's on the outside, just wailing away, finding the damage that he needs where he needs it.
Attack.
That is not an easy fight. And that was with a global starting things off there, too.
Yeah, it felt like Sacred kind of purposefully jumped in and didn't do anything, forcing the global, then pops his BKB and starts casting spells. He was like, go on, try me. But we really do see the strength of that Terror Blade coming into action. It really has been 22 minutes of farming and doing very little. Now he's 2-1 and 2.
They're going to smoke in having the RP ready, but he just finished the Agnums on Void Spirit despite dying in that fight.
Ooh. Oh, that's... Hello. That is...
Horn toss for that.
Chill out.
Alone. Moves out of his own triangle. A squadron of couriers coming to deliver stuff to the Dire team now. It's a butterfly on Drow Ranger. Still a minute left on the Roshan timer, though.
Air needs a lot of items.
Yeah, he's got them all queued up. BKB, Swift Blink, MKB.
Yeah, that should be it. That should be everything I need this game, and I'll win. Perfect. Team, I would like these items. Please delay.
Space.
Yeah.
Make lots of it. I guess like Mars doesn't need anything else. He's got Blink BKB. Ogre has Veil going Shard for that fire shield. Would be pretty nice. What does Lion need now? Aether Lens? Yeah.
To respawn, because Roche is up in 13 seconds. They have a ward on the backside of the Roche pit. So Infamous will get some knowledge, perhaps, like if a courier goes by or something, as to the fact that they're going to be going for this pretty soon. Hiko's just waiting. He knows the value of this.
Oh, no.
There's a replay, too.
He walks out as Roche respawns. The classic. But yeah, this TV with that Mars ulti, like you said, he just stands outside of it.
Here.
Yeah, they're going to make a go of this, right? The Hex on Kunkka. Global resets. Make sure KXY is okay.
Oh, that Yules.
Yules on the Magnus as well, so that stops the blink RP initiation. He's out of there, now skewering across to try and RP this big Mars. Sacred BKB'd up an arena, but arms. He's shining golden, walking straight through it.
Double kill.
Michael and Sacred dead as Lumiere just ditches. Didn't want to fight there.
Things were good and then they went
Radiant's top
bad.
barracks have fallen.
He blinked into that skewer. The escape skewer from Hiko. He actually got taken out by him after that initial catch.
Oh, now
Probably going to be free.
Ogre, yeah, they've got meta here, but Lumiere is really not in a position to fight whatsoever. Maybe with a lone joining that can go back in. Lumiere's killed off the Dark Willow with illusions. He's going to kill off Hiko with illusions.
It looks like they'll just get whittled down chasing.
What?
That was like all TB illusions.
I'm just like watching the TB hero and he's just standing there doing nothing, and then a hero dies. Wait, what? And then another hero dies. He's chasing up high ground as well. Reflection on the silencer. They see the Drow Ranger. Aether Remnant catches arms. The boat's coming in. A bit of safety here for Drow potentially, but Alone's going to keep on chasing. X-Mark will drag him back, but counteracted by the Yules. And the Hurricane Pike, or just the full staff on Drow, gets her to that low ground. But would you believe it? Roche alive, ready for the taking, but by Infamous, potentially here, if they wander into the pit, but they want a kill. They want a catch, onto which Sansa down. Now it's definitely Roche time. 2 heroes dead for 30 plus.
Has meta? How?
I don't know.
How?
I don't know.
Aegis and Shard available?
I don't know.
Alone didn't buy it either, so now he's gonna probably get a Shard, I presume, on the Void Spirit. Self is beating, he doesn't care. He's like, yeah, take me. Oh no. Oh, it's getting spicy. Terrorize? Terrorize?
Roshan's nearly dead.
Howard.
Oh, they're going to jump back in on this. The Dark Willow's caught out by Yule Sacred. He throws the arena onto them to zone him away from Roshan. Alone has a Yule to assimilate in a couple of seconds. He needs to buy time for himself. Now he's got the space he needs, but the Torrent connects just at a perfect time. The trouble being Sacred's there with a spear to reinitiate onto Hiko. Jeez Louise.
To riches.
Now Terrorblade is an absolute monster.
Oh, he's like, best case scenario. My Void Spirit had to leave to delay, and now I have Demon Zeal. That's the good stuff. Plus, I mean, how often do you get to say Demon Zeal?
Never. I don't think I've ever said it in a cast before.
Get used to it, baby.
Demon Zeal.
So it's 20% of his current HP to cast, which is awesome. It dispels you. You get 50 movement and 50 attack speed for 7 seconds. And you get a better bonus when you're in melee. It's crazy.
There's a 7-second downtime, right? 7-second duration, 14-second cooldown. Yeah, that's pretty damn good. And if you've got Swift
what's
Blink,
the mana cost on it? If you could read that to me.
is it 0?
It's 0. There's no mana cost. Isn't that nice? Isn't that quality? You can just
So
spam it.
nice.
MIG, you don't really want to do it when you're at full HP, but you know those mid-game fights. Maybe you got a little bit of lifesteal in your build. That can be kind of hype, or like, well, preferably your team, obviously.
Yeah, Ogre, buy Vlad's.
Yes, please. You know what? Actually, though, Ogre by Blast.
Seriously. I didn't realize Fire Shield lasted so long. I keep seeing Ogre put it on the TB and it just lasts forever. 25-second duration on Fire Shield.
Oh, that's right. We haven't even talked about that.
Well, you got a chance now
I
if
think
you
it's
want.
one of the main reasons Ogre gets picked these days. Like, well, you know, the hero's always been good, but it's just that little thing that puts it over the hump, right? Like, if Witch Doctor had this shard, you'd probably see more Witch Doctor.
Especially when you've got like one true carry, and you're just like, I will put this spell on this hero always. No decision making needed. Where is TB? I will put Fire Shield on him.
Dire's top tower has fallen. Radiant's
Nice little
bottom
bloodlust.
tower is no more.
SG going for a bit of a push down bottom, but they're not committing for it. Need to come back and address the TB illusions.
The other thing about this is that there's no range limit on Fire Shield. So versus like a Drought lineup, it's kind of sick. It's like way back.
Someone better help Dire's middle
Just launching
tower.
fireballs at him.
Yeah.
Oh, Kunkka.
Dire's middle tower.
Ogre gets spotted by the... Oh, no, no. Yeah, well, now they'll know. Ogre throws some ignites on the creep wave. They see the Kunkka. KXY, is he going to have to BKB TP? He just goes for the TP. He didn't BKB, now he does. Body blocked up a little bit, but look at who's wrapping around from the river. It is Terrorblade. And he's got a big torrent on that Kunker. Nice boat as well. He's doing some good work there, but he's got no teammates anywhere near him. I mean, Coco's Rum is bonkers stuff right now. Finger of Death is like no damage whatsoever. KXY.
You better hope Ice Frog didn't see that. He's like, wow, that took them an extremely long time to kill one hero.
Goodness. What's he got? Titan Sliver?
He did use the Demon Zeal. So yeah, that was 20% of his current HP as well when he Demon Zeal.
Demon Zeal or Demon Zelt? Demon Zeal? Zelt?
He was Zelt as a demon.
He was Zelt, right?
Yeah.
I'm just wondering, see, like, it's one of those weird words where you say zealous and overzealous, right? Or a zealot. But
Dire's middle tower
we say
isn't
zeal
going to
when
last
it's
long.
not a noun.
Dire's middle tower just went down.
He is Zelanius.
That's a good one. Zelanius Monk? My favorite jazz artist right there.
Perfect. That sounds like you're making that up, but I'll choose to believe you.
Oh, you don't know Thelonious Monk? Thelonious Monk?
Real.
Yeah, that's true. Jazz is just made up. It's all the wrong notes at the right time.
Pretty deep stuff right there. I don't know if I can handle that here. I know Infamous can handle this game. Weren't SG doing well in this game, guys? What happened? You guys heard
Yeah, I
that?
don't know. It has turned around. But they've still got stuff like RP and Boat and Terrorize. It feels like they just need to click their buttons onto some enemy heroes and things will be fine for them again.
When they cast their spells, they're generally very good.
Yeah, just don't get chased by TB illusions for like 3 minutes and lose your 2 supports for no reason.
That one, yeah, it was bad. And you know the BKB courier dying, that was actually kind of huge by Excel, and then the global with 20 seconds left on the Aegis, kind of awkward too. So they really, very much. And of course they lost the second Roche, and Lumiere is your uncle.
Yeah.
You know, he's almost completed his build. Team has delayed.
God, he's got an MKB out of nowhere.
Oh, that's no
We'll still have to wait another 2.5 minutes for potential. Just wait on their high ground. Sit ready for SG if they make a move.
Is this a thing that he goes doing? Ether before start?
Interesting.
I feel like that's not a thing.
No. I mean, surely you want the Horn Toss.
Yeah, I feel like it's just better to have the... I mean, Horn Toss is, well, you know, Horn Toss. It's something.
Well, he's got Psychic Headbang, right? Does he need Ether Lens?
I guess, yeah, he's just building up on it. He's like, I really want the distance.
Smoke into smoke, Trent. They're gonna clash. They're gonna butt heads. Oh, smoke's break.
Protector.
Oh no. Kunka shows, who was it? Lion that had the smoke broken on Radiant. Well, we get some vision down, now taking...
Oh, look how tempting this rune is.
Sacred's in such a good spot. Oh, he blinks spears straight on to that Kunka. Lumiere gets his BKB off, but the blink RP from Hiko catches the 2 of them. Boat onto the top, but Terrorblade is too huge at this point. KXY is on the run. Slowed, fingered, nearly dead. The multicast comes, and KXY, he's gone. Drow Ranger also got slain by Alone's Void Spirit, and the chase is toward the Dark Willow. Lumiere picks up a double as Ridge drops, and the poor Dark Willow will follow them into the grave.
You cannot.
Yeah, but that Invis rune, though, it was looking real tempting. Just had to go in.
So tempting.
Someone better.
Wait, is that game now?
Yes.
Like, TB matter for another 5 seconds? They'll get a lane of racks, but there's still a chance.
Dire's middle barracks are taking down.
Oh, they're going tier 4s.
Sacred's at least thinking about it.
Nah, you
Put it in
can't.
their head.
Are they? Can they?
Dire's middle tower isn't going to
Demon
last
Zeal.
long.
Sounds like something Slacks would come up for. Oh, the jump
They
in.
made limit so hard.
Really nicely done. It's kind of forcing his buyback there as well. I'm just going to keep poking and prodding. Finish off that Rax in the mid lane.
Dire's middle barracks are taking fire with Dire's middle barracks have fallen.
Lumiere blinks away. Roshan, 5 seconds until fast spawn. This seems all perfectly timed for Infamous to go back
seconds.
and 41. Try 3 minutes.
Close.
No.
That's. I could will it into existence. You know?
Man, I keep forgetting Infamous are a lane down.
Oh yeah. Wow, I actually totally forgot about that.
Top lane's dead, by the way.
That's a terrible lane game, dude. When it doesn't even feel like you're laying down.
Look at that. Radiant Courier just got killed.
This
Rune.
very nice. At this point, I usually try to look at what kind of item is coming up next for the team that's losing. I just don't know if there's an item that salvages their game. It feels like it is just execution. Can we get the vision, the team fight, the jump that we need? So far, Infamous has resoundingly just said no.
Alright, well, there's an Agnes kind of on Wiz. I don't know about that one. That gives the AoE last word. Very cool, for sure, but I guess if you can catch it after the dispels, I don't know.
Just give him all the tomes. Get him to level 25. Last word mutes. All alone. He's in on top of Widge. Neon Disc is popped. Widge tries to turn back onto the Void Spirit as they land an RP. Lumiere stunned up for quite a while. Yule's on Sacred as well. They disengage away. He goes. Skewers off to the right hand side, but Sacred's back in with a Gulch Rebuke. Dead for 90 with no buyback. And they're eyeing up that top lane of barracks.
I think the destruction of Horn Toss has made Mag
Dire's
a
top
little
tower
off.
is under attack.
I don't know what to build on this hero. Like, I like the idea of the tank ability for sure. Like, he's got the mech and stuff, and like his pipe's good. It can be nice, but he doesn't really have the best power ally either.
Yeah, he did. And now Arena already put out there before the global can come. Alone drops. The Dark Willow gets a pretty juicy kill. No buyback on him. No way to re-enter the fight. So Infamous forced to scatter.
Such a limited imagination.
There was a buyback and a global though.
Barracks.
And no matter where you look, there's radiant waves crashing in towards the base of the Dire team. So they've got to, what, push out 3 lanes and then think about contesting Roshan. Or they just ignore the lanes and go straight to Rosh because they're that afraid.
There's so many eggs coming out right now too. KXY has this eggs just finished up now as well. It's flying on the courier, so perhaps the chaos of the Kunkka Aghanims.
Torrent Storm.
Yes. I love stealing that as a pick. I feel like
Dire's bottom
I do
tower
that
is under attack.
because I just don't really play Kunkka, so steal it. It feels nice.
That's a nice little way to clear waves as well. Just X mark back. Don't stick around in Roshan completely. Group up and play together. Man, I actually just can't believe Arms is 11, 4, and 6 after the start he had. He has genuinely had a tremendous, 35 minutes after lane stage.
Yeah, you can also see some of the struggles of like the Drow versus the Mars, I think in particular. Because like the Drow makes sense versus the TB, there's no doubt. You're piercing through that armor. Like you look at TB guys, look, he's got 42 armor. Do you see how it's all white? That's usually very bad versus Drow. Because she's just going to pierce right through your armor. That's what she does.
Are they killing the Kunkka here? That's a good RP to try and stop the Kunkka dying, but he still falls anyway. 80 seconds, no KXY. Terrorblade, Scardy slowing the Willow and looking for the silencer, whose Aeon Disc has already been used up. They've got the Hex from Michael. Disable him up, double kill for Alone. He goes speared back. Beautiful move from Sacred to blink in front of him, and a triple for the Void Spirit. Now you're in a 5 versus 2. The tier 4s are unlocked, and Lumiere goes straight for it.
Tower is under attack.
I think the fears of the Drow were fully realized.
Yeah.
Like, you lose that momentum for just a second, and you no longer have a safe haven to sit back and throw spells. That right clicks just never came. I think we're going to look at the damage of Dragon's TV this game, and it's going to be, like, pitiful. Like, I think she probably did, like, 5k damage to TV, and most of it was in that last fight where she was focusing on the agent, if I had to guess.
Yeah, I mean...
I'm going to guess 3,100. All right,